Hey up, welcome to the Cannon Hall Farm podcast with us, the Nicholson brothers farmers Rob and Dave.
We're two Yorkshire farmers who, along with our dad Roger, brother Rich and the rest of our family, have turned a farm with 2 sheds and a barn into an award-winning tourist attraction.
You've seen us on telly, live on Facebook, and now we've got our very own podcast.
On today's episode, we've been busy boys and we'll be bringing you right up to date with all our latest shenanigans.
Coming up. Will I fit into that suit? That's the big question.
You bet your bottom dollar he will, because he's down to 14 stone.
I'm 14 stone 1.5. The lightest I've been in probably 3 or 4 years.
It's basically one successful visit to the toilet away from being under 14 stone. So well done, Dave. And I think if you can get that next trip made to the loo, you might get there. You might be wondering why we're sat on a bale in the fresh air surrounded by pumpkins. The reason is we've been evicted. Our normal podcast studio is now a pumpkin carving room, so we thought we'd get out here, get amongst it, and bring you a taste of the fresh air down on the farm.
I quite like this.
Yeah?
I mean, it's a good job it's not raining.
Yeah.
We've got a good forecast this week as well. But the field is looking pretty exceptional, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it looks a treat. It's a testament to the hard work of all the team who've put it together, particularly Dale for his design of what I think is the finest pumpkin patch in the world.
Well, that's saying something. Now, Rob, how many pumpkins have we got? I think it's around 16,000.
I don't actually know exactly how many, Dave, but I know it's a lot because I was involved in putting them out. We use a line band. We got all the pumpkins nice and straight. We needed that Instagram photo that was going to draw a reaction online.
Well, let's hope it does. I mean, there's a lot here to choose from, and this year the pumpkins are the best we've ever had. They're big, they're round, they're orange. The pumpkins.
Right, normally we do a segment now which is entitled What You've Been Up To This Week, but we've had such a busy week we're going to do a whole episode on our week because we've not been just here on the farm in Barnes, we've been down to London, we've been up and down the land doing all kinds of crazy things. So David, take it away. What has been your highlight of the week?
Well, it was setting off at 5:30 in the morning. So we could get into London nice and early, so we could go to an inner city farm.
Yeah.
What was it? Mudshoot Farm. That's it. I've got to say, impressive. The guy who showed us around, extremely impressive. He knew exactly what he was talking about. I think he's one of those unsung heroes, Rob.
Dave, that is embargoed. We've got a video to come out about our time at Mudshoot Farm. David, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Right, we've been down there for 2 days.
Yeah.
Your geography should have improved.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Well, I'd like to... We're at Canary Wharf.
Yeah, but where is Mudshoot Farm?
Well, I did say...
On what island is it?
I did say Dog Island the other day, right? And now I know it's not Dog Island.
What is it?
It's Isle of Dogs.
Exactly. Yeah, David
I like
said,
Dog Island better, though.
He says, we've been to Dog Island. I says, you what? He says, we've been to Dog Island. I says, it's Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I get my words mixed up. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
But what I would say is a great chat with, was it Tom?
Yeah, but don't give too much away. We've got a video coming out.
I'm not going to talk too much about it. Can we talk about the night out?
We definitely can. I think to sum up our time on Dog Island... It's in close proximity
Isle of Dogs
to Canary Wharf, which is obviously full of skyscrapers and tower blocks and the hustle and bustle of city life. But Mudshoot Farm is a rare breed survival trust centre right on the urban fringe. Really, really interesting chats to be had with Tom, who was the proprietor. A real countryman, but a South Londoner by birth. So please look out for our video of our little adventure. We took Dale with us, we took my son Tom with us, and we had a big night out. Dave, talk us through that big night out.
Well, we went somewhere else as well. It wasn't just there, was it? But let's talk about the night out. We got done probably about 5:30. We were a bit tired, so we got back to the room, a bit of a freshen up. We all had baths, didn't we?
Did you have a bath or a shower?
I had a bath.
I had a bath and a shower.
You must have been pretty dirty.
No, I have a bath to relax. I don't know if anyone else out there sees any any merit in this, but I have a bath to relax, and then I stand up carefully because I don't want to slip over in bath, right? Turn the shower on, and then wash my hair and cleanse my body, because I always think if you laid in all your muck and then you get straight out, then what point in having a bath to start with?
It depends how mucky you were, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did that. We arranged to go down. I were ready. I were chomping at the bit. I've got to say, I were ready. I phoned Dale up. Are you ready? Not quite. We went down to the bar, and on the way down, I noticed this sign: happy hour, 2 drinks for £9.
We had a row with the barman.
Right? I thought, London, 2 drinks for £9. I thought that were a right bargain.
I thought we're having some of that.
So I went down there, and bearing in mind, I'd just come back from Spain.
We thought, take that, Southerners, we're going to have some of that.
We're going to hit it hard.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'd just come back from Spain, and I kind of had drunk enough. So I was going to have a nice, steady night. But I saw this, I thought, right, I'll get 3 pints. And it doesn't matter about the fourth
He
one.
actually, Dale, he fouled it up, didn't he? Because if it were 2 pints for £9, he came back with 3 pints, and Dale gave him the biggest roast I've ever seen him. He says, why have you got 3 pints when you could have got 4 for the price of 3?
I know, but we all had different pints of lager.
Yeah.
And I didn't want 2 pints straight away.
But anyway, we were done by a sleight of hand. It was a bit of a southern trick, because it was only available on one lager.
Yeah,
right. So
the
we
lager
we didn't get the happy hour. In fact, it made it quite an angry hour.
Well, it wasn't even an hour. We went, we're never drinking here again, didn't we?
We took umbrage. We stormed out after finishing our drinks, and we said, we'll never buy another pint here again.
And the manager came over and says, right, you see that little star next to the £9? He says, that means check terms and conditions. Well, how do I know that?
I thought that was a bit, this should be more transparent.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there.
What hotel was it?
Premier Inn.
Was it Premier Inn?
Premier Inn.
Other establishments are available.
But you can't go to other hotels.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but that's the thing. I don't think they did themselves any favours. Although the bathtub was nice, the sheets were clean.
Yeah, and the bed was really comfy.
Did you make the bed when you left it? Did you leave the room in a presentable?
No, I just left it.
Oh no, it was
because they'll come in and they'll not give them sheets to someone else, you know.
No, but just for personal standards. Whenever Jules stops at our house, right, he leaves that bed impeccably. Right, he makes the bed, he folds the towel, he puts it back, and his cleanliness in the bathroom and around the toilet is second to none. You wouldn't know he'd been there.
I'd like to say well done to Jules for that, and keep up all that good work.
And that's what boarding school does for you.
Yeah. Anyway, so we left that pub, and Tom had a good idea of going to this place, right? It costs you £19, right?
Yeah, £19.
Right, and you go in and you have 9 games, they're all like fairground games, like Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, where you roll the balls up the chute, and your horse moves on proportionate to the number of points.
But you actually have 18 games, because you have 2 games on each one. So you have a practice, if you like, and then you go again. Anyway, we started off on the horses, didn't we? I think Tom won the first game, and I won the second game. And that's your usual. That's your one.
Dave, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to cry.
He got monk on a bit. And then we had to go at these. You had to throw balls into a trash can, didn't you? And I absolutely excelled at this game.
You cheated,
didn't I, Dale?
You cheated.
I didn't cheat.
You did.
I grabbed a handful of balls, and every time the dustbin lid lifted up, I chucked them all in.
The only thing you didn't do was climb in, rip the lid off the can, and just tip them all in.
He's a bad loser.
I just think the certain standards in public life. Someone might have known you there, and it might have put us in disrepute.
No, seriously, I looked at the terms and conditions like I didn't do in the bar, and it didn't say you couldn't throw more than one. You know, it didn't say that.
So we went round this merry-go-round of fairground games, 2 games each, and I have to say, very enjoyable. One was basketball, another was like laser shooting with a gun.
Yeah.
Another was
pressing the button and stopping the needle.
Yeah, I didn't rate that, to be honest.
Yeah, I my finger. Actually.
Couldn't really work that out, but the upshot was we enjoyed a very happy hour, better than our miserable hour that we kicked off with.
And you could have a pint in there as well. You got a pint before you started, and on every game, right, Henry, there was a shelf to put your pint.
Nice.
So you didn't like put it on the floor, spill it.
They thought of a lot, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, down south, lager's expensive, so you don't want to spill any.
They ought to have a pumpkin spinning game.
Would you be any good at that?
For anyone just listening.
Yeah, for anyone just
sorry.
listening,
Yeah.
Rob's spinning a pumpkin.
I'm tossing a pumpkin.
Right.
Yeah.
And after that, right, we decided to go to an Italian restaurant. And it inspired us to actually sell some pizzas.
What was the restaurant, Dale?
Pizza Pilgrims. I'd say it's a pizza restaurant, not a Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
All right.
Pizza Pilgrims, and they used the basil that we'd seen farmed earlier at the vertical farm, which we can't talk about because that's part of our video as well.
Yeah. So don't talk about that.
So we've got a video coming out that's part visiting a vertical farm in the heart of
It was at Canada.
Canada Water.
Yeah.
Canada Water. And then the other one was on Dog Island.
Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Mudshoot Farm, because why was it called Mudshoot Farm?
Because they took all the spillage, all the silt from the around Canary Wharf, and they shoved it on this island, and it was very fertile. And some of the silt they shipped off to Holland to grow tulips and things like that.
Presumably, Dale, that would be from the Thames.
Yeah.
When they were dredging the Thames, they'd have a dredging boat that went up and down the Thames, keeping the channels deep enough for the big boats that used to come in and do trade in London. And then they used to shoot the mud down to Mudshoot Farm, where the silt was then repurposed and sold to Holland for tulip farming.
Yeah, and they spread it around there a little bit. I'm thinking, would it be worth going down with a metal detector? There could be it could be all sorts in that.
You get a lot of Pepsi bottle tops.
Would you?
Well, I would imagine you get a lot of rubbish, wouldn't you? But,
Well,
yeah.
Might you tell them about the end of the night?
oh, the end of the night.
What
Well,
happened?
after the pizza. Right, hang on a minute. We haven't got on. Let's talk about the pizza.
I've actually forgotten what happened.
Right,
It was a moment of disrepute. Not only did we return back to the hotel that we said we'd never drink it again.
right. Hang on a minute. We're jumping ahead.
We had another pint there, didn't we? And
Yeah.
we said we're never drinking here again. We're never going back.
Right, hang on a minute. So we've got the pizza, right? And the pizza was so fluffy and so tasty that I've got to say it inspired us to actually get a good bread recipe and then make our own and sell them in the farm shop. It inspired me anyway.
Yeah, and then after that,
Well, I couldn't drink. I had a pint of lager, and Dale actually drunk half.
after
me
that,
last time he lagered,
we
didn't you?
went back to the hotel where we swore we would never drink again and ordered another round. So we sold ourselves down the river. We proved ourselves not to be people of principle.
Yeah, but you did it quite funnily, Rob. I don't
Did
know
I?
if you remember. You walked in and went, "Is it happy hour again?"
Did I?
Like that. And we all laughed. Even the barman laughed after we got a bit grumpy. And then so we broke the ice, got another pint, and I couldn't drink it.
Is that what
we
I
were all
said?
beard up.
I've actually forgotten that.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing you said all night.
Yeah.
And then, while Rob was drinking his drink, he actually fell asleep. He
So
nodded off like
that's
that.
why I don't remember. I must have been that tired.
It was a long day. So that was the end of that part of London trip. But the following morning, we were doing some filming for Salamander Productions, and we did a Christmas program, and it's about looking back at your childhood Christmases.
What's the Christmas programme called?
I'm not sure.
The Christmases We've Loved and Lost.
Well, we haven't lost them if we can still remember them.
No, but that's what the programme's called, The Christmases We've Loved and Lost.
Yeah.
And you examine, you go down memory lane and you look at copies of the radio and TV Times, and you look at the programmes that were featured, and you compare ITV against BBC. You look at some of the toys that you used to get. You look at some of the foods that you used to eat, and some of the delicacies that made the 1970s Christmas really rather special.
I'd say we started filming, and we're not saying what we did, right? But we started on a real
I think we
high.
can say what we did.
Well, basically, we started off with walnuts and a nutcracker,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, I did it. I crushed my nuts.
You're better off not saying that bit.
Right. Then we'll leave it there. But everyone had walnuts and a nutcracker, didn't they?
Can you remember those old-fashioned nutcrackers, those metal things that used to pivot? Everyone
Yeah.
must have had one
I
of
bet
them.
Mum still got hers somewhere.
But I cracked mine long ways, didn't I?
Yeah.
Instead of sideways.
Well, you've never seen it like it. It went
Just
in all
exploded.
directions. Yeah. Hopefully they'll show it.
Yeah, I think
But-
they will.
But I thought last time we did the 1970s program, I thought this is bound to get in because I thought I were really funny. Right. Well, I put some of that aftershave on, high karate, right, and is, you know, I said, I can't wait to see what happens when I get on the train, right? Everyone laughed. You know, I said it a bit funnier than that. In fact, I'm making it sound really dull, and that's probably why I didn't make it. I'm going to leave it there.
So we talked about foods that you ate at Christmas. We talked about your favourite gifts. What else did we do? We opened some presents, didn't we?
And we watched some old programmes as well.
Oh, yeah. They gave one good present and one boring present.
Yeah, you got the boring one.
And you had to talk about why you would have to try and make the best of a boring present and not be rude to someone.
Yeah.
You know, you'd say, oh, yeah, it's just what I've always wanted. But
yeah.
really thinking, oh, God. And so we talked about that aspect of Christmas. We talked about Christmas jumpers.
We wore our Rob and Dave jumpers, didn't we?
Christmas jumpers.
Yeah. And we also talked about, we watched like Dad's Army, Morecambe and Wise, Cannon and Ball.
Yeah.
We watched lots of different Christmas
Some
episodes.
mothers do have them.
Yeah.
Who remembers Some Mothers Do Have Them? What a great programme that with Michael Crawford.
A good actor, wasn't he?
Yeah, really
I wonder
good.
what he's doing now.
Is he still alive?
I'd say so.
I would hope so.
Someone Google it, but I'd like to think he's still alive.
Yeah.
And if
But
you're watching, quality
He's
job.
probably 80 now.
Yeah. Would have been a
Incredibly.
similar age as my dad, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I suppose.
He's alive. He's 83.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. 83 years
How's
old.
he look?
He looks like he's 83.
Oh, right. I thought he might look really young because he looked young when he was 40, didn't he? So,
Yeah. Well, he were very thin, wasn't he? And he did all his own stunts, didn't he?
Well, he went on to be to appear in musicals on the West End.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, Some Others Do Have Them. The Dick Emery Show,
Oh, God, yeah.
which was a good one.
Yeah.
To the Manor Born,
Yeah, I like that.
all that sort of stuff. Porridge
Porridge was a classic.
and Dad's Army and stuff like that. So it was a real trip right down memory lane. It was Christmases in the 1970s, popular board games, popular TV programmes, all that stuff. And we were just giving our little take on it. There might be another 40 so-called celebrities contribute to that
I
programme.
know one of them.
Who? Debbie McGee.
Debbie McGee, yeah.
Because we had to talk about Paul Daniels, and we weren't overly flattering about him, were we?
No,
we weren't
I
personal
was all
against
right.
him, but
I was all right.
we were saying he wasn't quite, Morecambe and Wise.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he was in the 80s, Morecambe and Wise were in the 70s, and we felt that it were downgraded a little bit. Bruce Forsyth,
Yeah.
The Generation Game, you know, an absolute classic. We talked about trying to remember what the prizes were as they went along the conveyor belt.
Yeah. At the moment, I've got pumpkin. That's all I can see at the moment.
It's a seasonal sight that will put warmth in your cockles.
Yep.
And I've got warmth in my cockles because these bales got...
I've got a little bit damp, to be honest with you.
Is my bottom wet?
A little. It feels damp.
Yeah. It's this bale's got rained on at the weekend, and there's a lot of latent heat coming out of here and coming straight into our bottoms.
But we'll get over it, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, after that, jumped in a taxi, went back, got in the car with Dale and Tom, and head off back to Barnsley and back to Cannon Hall
Did
Farm.
you feel bad not tipping the taxi driver?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know whether...
That would have been an expensive taxi anyway. I think he had a good fare.
I didn't know whether we ought to give him some money but I don't really carry money anymore.
No, I didn't have any change on me.
No.
I only had notes.
And you didn't like him that much.
I like the first one more than the second one, but the second one was fine.
Yeah.
Second one was fine.
And we were recognised twice in London, weren't
Yeah.
we, by random people.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a surprise because in London we don't necessarily get asked, talked to and asked for a
photo.
word or a photo. Yeah.
So that was our time in London, but
Yeah.
we had to get back for a really good reason.
We had a very, very good reason to be back, and it was one that we would not have missed for the world. It was Mum and Dad's 60th wedding anniversary. A life well lived, a marriage that was made in heaven,
Yeah.
and hardly a crossword over 60 years.
Yeah.
No, they've had a bit of a nibble at one another over various things. But who hasn't in 60 years?
But generally,
Yeah.
they're a good, solid couple, aren't they?
Oh, massively, and I think the strength of a marriage comes, I would imagine, or any partnership comes when times are hard. and they've had their share of really difficult moments, both overcoming personal tragedies and all the things that life's bound to throw at you. Like my dad said, when you've lived 60 years together, some things are going to happen that are not plain sailing. And beyond that, through financial hardships, we went through a time in the 1970s and 80s where we're really struggling to make ends meet, and we nearly lost the farm. So to keep their marriage strong and intact and thriving through all those challenges shows that they were a couple that were destined to be together.
And especially with 3 lads. I mean, that is stress in itself.
Well, I'd like to think that between the 5 of us, we've made a solid family unit. They've certainly been a great example to us and people to aspire to. So to see them reach, is it the diamond wedding anniversary?
Yeah, diamond.
Culminating in a letter from the King, congratulating him on 60 years of marriage, which in itself was a bit of an espionage event, because I had to go in their house and ask to see the marriage certificate, which obviously was tucked away in a cupboard. I had to get my dad to show me where it might be. We went through all the papers, we found it, and I said it's because we're doing an episode of the podcast on your 60-year anniversary. So I told a little white lie. It was to get a letter from the King. Their great friend Ron sent off for it. He's had it framed, and maybe we could have a photo of it, Henry, to go out with this episode.
It was a lovely touch, that.
Yeah.
And they were made up with it. They really were.
Yeah.
Really were made up with it. We had a nice buffet, a few drinks.
Yeah.
I didn't leave my lager this time.
Some quarters of pork pie, some sausage rolls, and some lovely sandwiches.
I never saw
weren't they?
pork pie.
No, there weren't any.
No. I were babysitting, so I took Arthur to bed, and I left Poppy and Anita up. Well, Anita came down to help me.
Because Arthur's disgrace of a father was off on a stag do.
Yeah. Jordan's stag do.
Yeah, I was in Prague. I was there in spirit.
Yeah. No, a stag do's a stag do.
Yeah,
and I think it's a reasonable excuse.
He's one of the best men.
Yeah.
Is there 2?
Yeah.
What is wrong with the world where they have to have 10 best men and 10 speeches? I've been to some of these weddings where they have multiple best men and you're just yawning thinking, can we get on with this, please?
Yeah, his speech was better than that one.
Yeah.
Oh, they were all that
Talk
good.
about the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Are you worried?
No.
No, is yours going to be best?
Yeah, well, I've done a speech before at my own wedding.
Yeah. I suppose you should be in a place to do a reasonable speech within the industry that you're in.
I did a good speech at your wedding. You know my dad? He came up to me and said, he came to Anita and said, I think Dave's going to struggle with the speeches. I think he is. And you came up to me and you went, this is sound advice, by the way. I was just about to drink my 3rd pint and I had it in my hand like that. I think I just downed it, actually. So I had my empty glass and I was just going to get another, and Rob says, how's your speech preparation gone? He said, have you memorised everything? Are you fluent? Is it going to be good? And I went, no, I haven't. And he looked at me and I went, I just put the glass down, went inside, got my notes, and I just kind of got my thoughts together before it all happened.
It's good, I think, to try and be natural and to try and ad-lib it to a point, but I think if you've got a structure to work to in any address, and we've got one to do, haven't we, in the not too distant future?
We need to get our head round
the
that.
Lancashire Police Federation.
Yeah.
About rural crime, and we do need to have some kind of framework. Otherwise, we're just going to turn up on the day, try and wing it, and I think you can only wing it if you're really good. And I don't think we're really good. Hopefully, we can do well enough as long as we put the preparation in advance. So all in all, well done to Mum and Dad. Congratulations on 60 years well lived, and let's hope for many more to come. Moving on from Mum and Dad's wedding anniversary, diamond wedding anniversary, Dave, we've got a big anniversary of our own to look forward to.
Well, it's the TV Choice Awards. It's the voting again. We've been lucky enough to go 3 times. We've won it 3 times. This is number 4. It'd be nice to win it, and well, it doesn't ensure that we do a springtime programme, but it really helps for Channel 5 to win an award like that. They were really pleased, weren't they?
I think the chances of springtime being recommissioned are much stronger if we were to win again.
Yeah.
But we only win again with the help of you guys, people who vote multiple times. The great thing about this award is it gives the little guy a chance. We're up against your Netflixes, your BBCs, your ITVs, programmes of massive budgets. We're the little guy. We're a farm in Barnsley. We're Channel 5, which is the disruptor channel. And this gives us a chance to mix it with the big boys, to rub shoulders with those big programmes like Clarkson's Farm, and maybe just give them a bloody nose. So if you can bring it within your wherewithal to vote for us on the long list, to take us to the short list, to hopefully take us back to London, where David might just slay Goliath once again.
Well, who knows? Who knows? And will I fit into that suit? That's the big question.
You bet your bottom dollar he will, because he's down to 14 stone.
I'm 14 stone 1.5. The lightest I've been in probably 3 or 4 years.
He's basically one successful visit to the toilet away from being under 14 stone. So well done, Dave. And I think if you can get that next trip made to the loo, you might get there.
Here, we just hold my microphone.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to have to dash.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'll have to be a good sitting anyway. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, we're digressing, whatever.
Yeah.
To get there again, to fit into my suit, right, and to rub shoulders with all the celebrities, right, is a night to remember. It's a great night. And to try and get Springtime on the Farm back on the TV next spring, it would be wonderful. In fact, Rob, if you hold me mic, I'm going to vote right now, because you can vote as many times as you want.
He spends put my emblems the right way, he spends every waking moment voting, and that's what we would really like you to do. You can vote multiple times, you can vote for more than one programme. There are lots and lots of categories. What category are we in, Dave?
Best Factual Show. Right, at the moment, I'm going past Best Daytime Show, skip past that one. Best Drama, skip past that. Best Entertainment Show, no. Best Factual Show, that's the one. So I'm going to press that.
Please keep voting for us, and please send us to London for what should be a really enjoyable night, and hopefully bring that trophy back to Barnsley for Daisy Beck, which is a wonderful production facility, and for Channel 5, who have had our back from the start. So thank you so much for voting.
I can't find it. Have I got on the right one?
And if you're as inefficient as in voting, we've got no chance.
Okay. Where is it?
You want to borrow my glasses?
Have I gone on the right one?
Oh, he's voted for Clarkson's Farm. Oh, wait.
Rich House, Poor House. I've got it. Springtime on the Farm. We're good.
Well done. So that's one more vote in the bag. But if you can send us your votes, then we would be so very grateful. Thank you. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Cannonall Farm podcast.
Don't forget to vote for us at the TV Choice Awards. Just Google it or something. You'll find it.
Dave, it's tvchoicemagazine.co.uk/vote. And please vote for Springtime on the Farm.
And if you can't be bothered to put all that in, just put TV Choice Awards 2026 and it should come up.
I'll tell you what, Dave, we'll stick the link in the bio. But that's it for this episode. So until then, I've been Farmer Rob.
I've been Farmer Dave.
Bye-bye.
So what exactly is a bio?
I don't even know. What is a bio? I'd love to know.
Well, someone ought to tell us, because we've just asked someone to stick it in there.
What's a bio?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Bye.
Is it a bio, like bio?
It is now. Bio!